Travel is about discovering the unknown, experiencing new cultures, and bridging divides. But for U.S. travelers, some destinations are off-limits, restricted by political disputes, safety risks, or diplomatic tensions. Today, we'll uncover the top 10 countries where U.S. travelers face severe restrictions or outright bans. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, so you never miss out on more engaging content. Let's begin the countdown. At number 10 we have North Korea. One of the most secretive nations in the world. Following the tragic death of Otto Warmbier, an American detained in North Korea, the U.S. imposed a strict travel ban in 2017. While rare exceptions exist for journalists or humanitarian workers, most Americans are barred from visiting. Even those granted access face constant surveillance and strict government control, making it a destination shrouded in mystery and danger. Number 9, Syria. Syria is a land of ancient history, but its ongoing civil war has turned it into one of the most dangerous places in the world. With terrorism, armed conflict, and limited government control in many areas, Syria is virtually inaccessible to U.S. citizens. The U.S. government has closed its embassy in Syria, meaning that if something goes wrong, there's no direct consular support available. Number 8, Libya. Libya, once a wealthy North African nation, has been in chaos since the fall of Muammar Gaddafi in 2011. Warring factions control different parts of the country, and the risk of violence, kidnapping, and terrorism is ever present. For U.S. travelers, entering Libya is virtually impossible without military-grade security. Airlines have suspended routes, and local governance is fractured, making it one of the most unstable places in the world. Number 7, Yemen. Yemen is a country rich in history and culture but devastated by a civil war that has created one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. The U.S. State Department has issued its highest-level travel warning, urging citizens to avoid the region altogether. For U.S. travelers, Yemen poses extreme risks, including armed conflict, terrorism, and no functioning U.S. embassy to provide assistance. Number 6 on the list is Iran. Despite its rich culture and history, Iran has had a tense relationship with the U.S. for decades. While Americans can technically apply for a visa, the process is restrictive and can take months. Security concerns, the risk of detention, and growing geopolitical tensions make traveling to Iran risky. Number 5, Somalia. Somalia has been in a state of instability for decades. Terrorism, piracy, and weak central governance make it one of the most dangerous places in the world for any traveler, especially U.S. citizens. American travelers are at high risk of kidnapping and violence. With no formal U.S. diplomatic presence in Somalia. Number 4, Afghanistan. Since the Taliban regained control of Afghanistan in 2021, it has become increasingly dangerous for U.S. citizens. The absence of diplomatic relations between the U.S. and the Taliban government has left American travelers without consular support. The risk of targeted violence and attacks remains high, making Afghanistan a perilous destination. Number 3, Venezuela. Venezuela is a country of incredible beauty, but political and economic turmoil has made it dangerous for U.S. travelers. Hyperinflation, shortages of basic necessities, and high crime rates are serious concerns. Additionally, diplomatic tensions between the U.S. and Venezuela mean limited consular support for American visitors. Traveling here requires extreme caution, even for those with family ties. Number 2, Russia. Russia's relations with the U.S. have soured in recent years, and traveling there has become increasingly challenging. While Americans can technically visit, the risk of surveillance, visa complications, recent geopolitical events have only heightened tensions, making Russia a difficult destination for U.S. citizens. And the last one on the list is Cuba. Cuba remains a complex case. While Americans can visit under specific categories such as educational or family purposes, tourism is strictly prohibited under U.S. law. Additionally, ongoing political tensions and restrictions on travel make visiting Cuba more complicated than most destinations. Many Americans remain intrigued by its culture and history. These 10 countries remind us that borders, politics, and safety concerns can sometimes stand in the way of exploration. Which country surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more in-depth stories about the world.